Welcome back, it's Andrea. The sun is gone. Anyways, thank you so much for Instagram. I woke up this morning and I woke up with 10,000 subscribers. This is proper Italian. I woke up with 10,000 subscribers. Sorry, followers, and that's amazing. Thank you so much. If you're not following me on Instagram, go down in the description box and you'll find the link. Otherwise, you can just look for Andreas Encounters. Easy. Now, first of all, I don't know why my voice is like this. Second of all, in about half an hour, I need to leave because I had to pick up my parents at the airport. Yeah, so the day has arrived, but this is our time. And today's video, you're gonna probably know which location, which destination to pick for your next trip. Right, what I do, I'll explain you what I do, and what probably you can do as well. What I do when I have to decide where to go, I have a couple of ideas of destinations of what I would like to see. I sit down, I grab my laptop, and I just like Google them, which things to see. And first of all as well, if I'm interested in going in a couple of them, like a 2 or 3, I go there on Skyscanner. I see how much the flight is, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. And if you don't have money, you have to find a way in between what you can afford and what you would like to do. Once you do that and you see the average price, also depends on when you can go. So the sooner you're going, like on holidays, you're probably gonna have less chances to find a good price. So usually, well, I'm not the right person to say that because I planned my Vietnam trip like probably 3 days before. I don't count, but normally I know that flights are cheaper if you plan them probably like 6 months in advance if you're doing like an international flight. Now, for instance, I would like to go to Hawaii, I would like to go to Cambodia, I would like to go to probably New York or Los Angeles, I'm not quite sure. So what I would do is to go to Skyscanner, and let's say I have my holidays in February. And depending on that as well, check the weather, because it depends on what kind of holidays you want to have, hot holidays or like a cold holiday. So I'm probably expecting, if I want to go to New York or Los Angeles, no, but New York, it might be very cold in February. So also on that, please make sure that you check the weather, because the last thing you want to do is to ruin your holidays or just go to a country where it's freaking cold or like rainy because you go to the rainy season, and that is not what you want to do. Right, once you do that, so inform yourself on the destination, depending on which month or which period of the year you want to go. Check on the Skyscanner, the flights, how much it is. And in there as well, I will recommend you that once you check the price, don't just look at the price, because some really cheap flights, they are probably gonna be a bit more expensive after because of taxes and stuff like that. But also the very cheap ones, they either have so many stopovers, or they have probably few stopovers or like decent amount of stopovers, I hope. But probably in a country you're going to stop over, you're not allowed unless you got a visa. Yes, there are different kind of visa. This is something I've learned from my own experience. When we were gonna go back from Thailand to London, there is something that you don't know, but we slept at the airport. Yes, so it happened because in one of the cities that we had to do a stopover, we weren't allowed because we didn't have a visa. And in certain countries, when you go there, even for like just literally stopover, you just have to put your feet in there in the airport without going out, and then you have to catch the next plane. Some countries, they require a visa. And yeah, that's a long story. If you want to know this story, well, it's very entertaining story and you can learn a lot, but let me know down in the comment. I can make a video about it. Now once you check that, what I will do, I'll Google the country or like the city that the stopover is, and I will see probably, okay, this is what I've done for my parents. So we're stopping in Doha. So I wrote on Google, Doha stopover Italian citizen, because you need to know that visas depend on your citizenship, on your nationality. So I checked there, no visa required. I was like, Mom, Dad, you can just go there, don't worry, no visas required. Because it can be very annoying, it can ruin everything. It's not only about money, but it's a very uncomfortable situation, and I know what it feels like. After you do that, and okay, the ticket is fine, you can afford it, now it's about the stay. So what I would do, I wouldn't just book the ticket, the flight ticket, unless you have a really good amount of money. Don't get me wrong, if you got money, you probably shouldn't even watch this video, because this is about people like me that probably struggle with money and they want to know, you know, they still want to travel, but they kind of, you know, they can't really afford a lot. So back to us. You want to go and see the stay, so the hotel, Airbnb or motel, whatever you feel like of doing, like a hostel, anything you want. So just what I will do, I will either go on booking.com or just Google it, because probably you'll find new websites, and when you find new websites, go and check on the reviews. Reviews is everything nowadays. Go and check there, see how many good and bad reviews there are. Don't focus on the bad reviews, it's the majority are good, because you can't just make everyone happy. Even like in a nice hotel room, some people might find something bad about it. So just, you know, just like common sense and see what are the bad things first of all that they're saying, and how many good things there are. So depending on that, once you do that and you see, okay, the total that I will have to pay is this much, can I afford it? Yes. Well, then you can book it, and then you can start and, you know, planning everything. What I will do as well about the stay, and this is something that I do, I always check on the map. There usually is, when I go on booking.com or other websites, normally they give you the chance like to see it on the map where exactly is. Now as I said before, before done your researches on the city or the country in general, the area that you wanna go around. And one thing that I would do is to check the stay, so like the room or like the house, whatever is. Because another thing you don't want to do is, especially when you're on holiday, is to go somewhere in a very cheap room and it's lovely, all good reviews, but then it's so far away from where you want to go. And especially if you're going overseas, or if you're going to a country where you don't speak the language, you absolutely have no idea or how to take the public transport, you've never been there, just save yourself the fact of just wandering around and taking so many public transport, or just hustling to get a ride. Just don't do that. The whole point of a holiday is just to relax, have a good time, and bring back home good, great memories and souvenirs, of course. Talking about souvenirs, I can't wait for my parents to come here, because they've got all my souvenirs. I'm so happy about it. I've got so many. And if you want to know my souvenirs, because I've been to China, Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Australia, England, and God knows what else, Bali, yeah. Anyway, so if you want to know my souvenirs, let me know in the comment down below. Right, so once you do all this, this is how you know which location, which destination is the right one for you. I mean, it's a bit of a hassle. It all depends on what you want to do and what you can actually afford, because it's not worth of getting broke at the end of your holidays, because remember, you're probably going back to work, or you know, you've got responsibilities probably. I hope you don't, so you can enjoy your money a bit more. But if you do like I do, well, think it through first. don't get too excited like I do. I get too excited sometimes and I don't think through. So this is everything, and remember to subscribe. I'll make more videos and I will change a bit of stuff now. Don't worry. So just the only thing you have to do, subscribe to it, and you will see the videos that I'll make. And then you'll find out what I have in my crazy mind. Anyways, this is everything. I love you all, actually, because thank you for supporting me. It's amazing. More than a year on YouTube, and I just want to keep doing it. Now, I have to go. Otherwise, my mom is going to kill me. Have a great life. Bye.